Hello there, this is Russ Bucher from ControlMyNikon, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to prepare your camera for tethering. ControlMyNikon can connect to quite a few different bodies, and if we go over here to the camera list, you can see them. When ControlMyNikon communicates with your camera, it's using the Nikon SDK that's provided by Nikon. And these are essentially drivers that are installed on your computer that know how to talk to the camera. But those drivers have certain expectations of some settings that you can set on the body. An example of these settings is the autofocus mode. Most of these bodies have several different modes. You have AF-S and AF-C and maybe AF-M. Now these modes mean something different on each one of these bodies. For example, AF-C on a D5000 is not the same as AF-C on a D800. And that affects how the Nikon drivers interact with this camera. And thus it will affect how ControlMyNikon interacts with your camera. So before you start tethering, it's a good idea to make some of these setting adjustments on the body. These setting adjustments are made through the LCD menu on the body itself. You don't make them through ControlMyNikon. Now if we go to the help here, you can see it says preparing your camera. So let's click on this. It has a list of the different settings that you should use for your camera. So I'm using a D800 here. I will need to use, let's see if I could find it here, these settings right here. So I need to set it to AF-S, priority selection, set it to release. So that means that when you press the capture button, the body does not require a focus to trigger the shutter. And we set the body to AF-S, and we should also set the live view monitor delay shutoff timer to 30 minutes or the maximum amount of time that's available. Some of the newer bodies have an option for an unlimited amount of time, which is good too. This is related to the amount of time that it takes for live view to automatically shut down. So this number here is the value that is used here in live view. So this is a 30-minute timer because I set it to 30 minutes on this D800. Okay, I'll close live view. And on the D800, we also need to make these settings for the manual movie settings. That allows us to make certain changes to the shutter and aperture and compensation and ISO for shooting movies, and it ensures that we get a correct histogram here in ControlMyNikon while a movie is being recorded. Now you see, not all of these cameras have the exact same settings. Find your camera in here and find the settings and apply these, and you're good to go for tethering. Now all bodies cannot do all functions. So for example, a D80 cannot do live view because the body does not have the capability to do live view, and so of course live view is not going to work in ControlMyNikon for that body as well. Another example would be the D600 and D610, where the live view mode is in auto gain, which means that the brightness is automatically adjusted by the body. Therefore the histogram will not work properly in ControlMyNikon. That's just the way that body works, and there's really no workaround for it. Quite a few of these bodies don't work the same way, so it is just a matter of getting to know your camera and ensuring that these settings are set up for it before you start tethering. And that's it. That's how you prepare your camera for tethering in ControlMyNikon. Happy tethering.